Playing golf. Setting it up. Got back from trivia. Trying to calm down. So I can get some sleep for events tomorrow. If you know me, because you don't know me. Nobody knows me, you don't know me. I keep to myself. Nobody knows me. My parents don't even know me. Wife doesn't even really know me. I got something tangled up. There we go. Yeah. Slamming around my external hard drives over there. That's not good. I'm gonna lose all my projects. Oh my god. Okay, where did we leave off? We left off in the ice world? I don't remember what the name of that course is called. I don't. Oh yeah, it's the big tournament. This might be the end of the game. Is this new? Do they do any new? We have a special guest on today. It's the current world number 8, Lionel Long. He should have some very interesting insights for us. Thanks for coming on the show, Lionel. Good to be here, Tucker. What a match. What was going through your mind out there? Wait, are they going back and forth? I can't tell. That little arrow at the bottom of that dialog box should be moving over back and forth between the characters, so I know what voice I'm doing. I puttered well today, maybe some birdies when I needed. Pretty happy about that overall. Interesting. But what were you thinking when you trailed by 7? Surely there was some doubt creeping in, no? I was just thinking I'm puttering well today. Just try and make some birdies when I can and I'll be pretty happy. Interesting. Oh wow, this is a lot longer than I thought it was. I don't need all that. Alright. Where is this final thing? I only have one thing to do. And it's the big day. It's at Tidy Park. That's all the way up here, right? This is Tidy Park? Yeah. Alright. I think this might be the very first time I've played through an entire game on Twitch, aside from a few 9-hole games here and there where I was sick and I played in bed instead of streaming it. Maybe an hour worth of stuff I didn't stream on Twitch, but I've never stayed with one game. I always hop to the next. It's a pretty big deal. What's up, Vernon T. Koopa? I figured out my issue last night. So I think you were watching when I was having trouble at the ice course. That dude kept saying, hey, you gotta melt all of them. Apparently this game only had one specific path you could go to progress that part of the game. And you had to actually go talk to the bandit. And once you talk to the bandit, you come back and that guy is like, oh yeah, you did it. I'm gone now. And then you get past it. I did that off stream because I was really mad. And I had to look it up. Other than that, I think this is the final. This is the final part of the game. I feel like it is, because this is the big tournament, the pro tournament that I was playing in, or trying to get to all game, and I'm here. Yeah, so here we are. And this is me trying to wind down after a night of trivia that got hectic, where people like, no, this is the answer. And then another person was like, no, this is the answer, and they fight, and that's fun. We still won. We won the tournament. That was cool. Anyway, so now we're playing Golf Story. Indeed, and I'm sure the question on everybody's lips is, why are we covering this event? After all, who cares what a bunch of old golfers get up to? Precisely. However, this tournament might actually prove exciting this year. We have word that Max Yards will be gracing us with his presence. Exciting stuff indeed. Speaking of which, I have the man right here. Max, what is it that drew you to this tournament? I just want to have a good match, Mike. The purpose of the Pro Tour is to seek out competition wherever it lies and shut it down. Nobody here today even deserves to see Pro Tour as a spectator, let alone a competitor. Harsh words, Max, but I do happen to agree with you. Let's see what's happening on the first tee right now. You're a much better golfer than Max Ego. I'm sure you'll win this. Wait, what? She's never nice to me. I don't even know what my character sounds like. Maybe just me. That means a lot coming from you. Except I would never talk. You've certainly never hidden your true feelings from me. I've just been given word that Max Yards is about to tee off. I repeat, Max Yards is about to tee off. My mouse is about to do something weird. This course is a joke. I already don't see when you were doing your stream earlier. You just rolled the dice on voices, and I told you that I never remember the voice that I did 10 seconds ago, and I really don't. I don't think I have a club short enough for this hole. In fact, I might just putt it. That goes straight in. Okay. Sounds like a pure strike. The trophy is getting to look great in my trash can. Man, what an asshole. Yep, what a snob. Does anybody seriously buy into that? Okay, how are you feeling? Did you see that pivot? He pivots like a pro. I can't compete with that. I'm just some amateur. I have no idea what I'm doing. Why did I think I could compete at this level? Going to crash and burn. If you manage to beat me, you can beat this guy. You're right. He can do this. Teddy, hand me my damn putter. I don't think I should. Yeah, I need a lofted club. Please let me listen to my caddy. It's quite long and fairways can be a tricky thing to get a good read on. Okay, good. I would have been real pissed if I had to do a putt from there. The Gentleman's Tournament, 9 holes to play. I think I'll just chip it in. Oh, wait, am I forced to play with... I would not have... Holy shit. I just found something new. This entire game. I always thought it was just focus and just normal. But apparently you can add power. Wow. That would have been nice to know. And tee up. I don't even know what that means. And we're going to do it just to find out. I don't know what tee up is. Well, anyway, I think they're forcing me to play with clubs that I would not have chosen. Yeah, you have to wow. So at Tidy Hole? Tidy Lounge? Tidy something. This course is the gentleman's course, and you have to play with all vintage clubs. And you had to collect them first. Oh, man. Alright, the wind is going 3 yards that way. We're going to go like that. Put some backspin on it. Although it's going to hit the rough and it'll stop pretty decently well. Let's do tee up. I don't know what that does. Oh, that wasn't that great. Oh yeah, I did upgrade my spin. So my backspins are pretty good and it'll stop. And I just got used to playing on ice. So playing on grass right after ice is a lot different. Let's chip it in. Shit, I meant to stop it. Ooh, that was good. Nice. Slam dunk the birdie. Y'all ever slam dunked a birdie? There is multiplayer, and I brought over my Switch to do just that when we were watching the last PPV. It's not, I don't think it's online multiplayer. It's definitely couch multiplayer. So you get a little Joy-Con and I get a little Joy-Con and we Joy-Con it. Max yards is 2 under and I'm 1 under. He's on hole 5. I just did 1 hole. But yeah, we should definitely try out the couch multiplayer next time. You know what we need to do is get some Steve hot dogs and just play this game together on your couch. You know, down some hot dogs and play some golf, like like 2 bros do on a normal Sunday, watching some wrestling PPVs. All right, now that I know, I can add power if I wanted to, but that's going to go in the pond, so I'm not going to do that. Where's the hole? I guess it's just straight, and I don't want it to go in the pond, or in the puddle, I should say. So I'm going to back it up, put some backspin on it. 3 yards that way. Let's hope it doesn't land in the bunker. Dude, we haven't had those hot dogs in a long time. And if I remember correctly, shit, I wasn't paying attention. That place is closed on Sundays, right? Ooh, that was actually good that I hit the puddle. That way it didn't go to the bunker. So yeah, if I remember correctly, that place is closed on Sundays. So what we should do is I'll Google you some money. I'll wallet you some money. We order on Saturday. You put those in your fridge. And when I get there, we either put them on the stove or in your oven. Put them in your oven so the bun gets nice and crisp and not like rubber bandery. If that's a word. Rubbery? So yeah, we do that. That way we can ensure we get some Steve hot dogs. Yeah. I like that idea. I like it a lot. Alright, I'm going to do it there, and then I'm going to move it like that, and then I'm going to put some backspin on it like that, and then I'll do that. Why is... Oh, shoot. Okay, that landed okay. Why is my focus going down? What did I do? I didn't think I did 2 tee-ups. So whenever you use something other than normal... Oh, I was on focus. That's what it was. So that bar, that blue bar under normal will go down if you use focus, power, or tee-up. And I didn't notice a difference for tee-up. I should read into that. Why am I chipping it? Oh, because it's rough. It's not even a green. Yeah, no green. So some of these courses don't have greens on where they should be, near the flag. Like that ice course that I just played, it was a lot of roughs or snow that was surrounding the rough. It may have looked like a green, but it was definitely rough. Yeah, they throw in little challenges like that to you. Oh shit, that's too hard. It's gonna hit that flag. Yeah, shit. I should have probably just putted it. Oh! No. Ugh. So this is the most challenge I've had. Max is 2 under. The most challenge I've had since playing this game from the beginning. Because none of my opponents have ever been under. They've always been par. Max is 2 under. I mean, that's not going to be hard to catch up if he keeps it that way. Where do they want me to go with this? Usually they automatically put me where the ball is supposed to go. Maybe they were aiming me toward where the flag was. I'm gonna pretend that was it. So let's go that way. We'll land it right there. I don't know what that sort of discolored brownish green is right there. Yellowish green, brownish green. It's not deep rough. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Oh man, I'm not hitting good. Oh! Oh my gosh. Alright, let's hope I can get... Oh, I can do power. That's good. Put some forward roll on it. Okay, good. Yeah, perfect. That almost went in the water. Now in the rough. I was going to be in the rough anyway. Okay. Why? Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Is it because it's going to hit the tree? Yeah. Alright. That wasn't bad. Ah, shit. Probably not enough. Yeah, man. Having the flag in the rough is tough. That's right. We'll do the putter. And we're gonna do like that much power. Oh man, he's 3 under now. I don't even remember when I practiced this course, like what my score was, but I'm pretty sure I was under because I've never been par or above. And I don't know how to recharge my focus bar. I thought maybe if I just kept playing on normal and not choosing something else that it would replenish on its own after a while, but it's not doing it. Just do a normal hit. Good. Right on. That's what I wanted, sure. Deep rough, not so bad, because the hole's right here. I'm gonna get carried a little bit. I'm in the deep rough, so it's really not gonna go exactly there. So I have to remember that. If I put a little bit of a backspin on it, maybe if I put some more loft on it, the wind will carry it exactly where I need it to go, which is in the hole. Nope. Getting close though. I can get a birdie here. Yes. Alright, get accurate. Good. Birdie. 1 under. And he's 4 under. Shit, he's doing good. I think I need to be on my toes for this tournament. Look at that. That's in the deep rough. That's no joke. I'm being serious. Put some of that on it. Power through. No, I don't want to power through it. I think that's enough. Oops. Ah, damn it. Yeah, it's fine. And it's in the damn bunker. Okay. I mean, that's good. Let's do that. Wind is going against me. I'm in the deep rough. I don't really need to do any backspin. Breaking my voice. Here we go. Look at that. Ha! Eagle. Perfect shot. 3 under to 4 under. Look at that. Now I'm back in the game. Back in the game from a great bunker shot. Oh, I could get a hole in onesies. You know what was great? I hate it. Because I started playing this game again last night when I stopped. Oh, I am getting some of that focus back, by the way. It's replenishing. But anyway, I started playing this game a little bit after I stopped streaming last night, and I got a crazy hole-in-one that I can't show anybody because the Switch doesn't have a record feature, and I wasn't recording the gameplay. And I wish I had, because it was awesome. It like went past the hole, and I put some backspin on it, and just rolled right back into it. Perfect. And I don't have it to look back on. Okay. I mean... yeah, maybe. I don't want to hit it that hard. But I know I'm going to either land in this bunker or the other bunker. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Oh, and the wind. Got to take that into account. Oh. Of course it was perfect power. Look at that. Puddle. That's okay. Gonna make it right in the hole. Perfect. Sweet. I like that little splash sound effect. Ooh, look at that. Tied at 4 under. We're good. Hole 7. I caught back up right when it counted because we have 3 holes left. Now I can't mess up. So I bet he won't mess up. He'll either end the game 6 under. I bet he goes 6 under. Alright, where are we? Wow. I feel like I should put some extra power on it. Yeah, I like that. Put some top spin on it. It's gonna roll right past. Yep. Perfect. Look at that. Exactly where I wanted that to go. It's gonna land in the puddle. Can I power through the puddle is the question. It's a par 5. Should I try to power through the puddle and get in the hole, or play it safe and land it on the fairway and then chip it in? I think I can chip it in from the puddle though. Let's take our chances. I don't know. So this game has some pretty decent physics. If you hit water going at a decent speed, it will skip on the top of the water. So if I skip on the top of the water, it'll land on rough. If I do this correctly, it'll hit the flag. If I don't, it'll land in the puddle after that. I think I'm okay with that. Let's see what happens. Perfect. Oh, not so perfect. Yeah, it's exactly where I thought it was going to go. And then this is exactly what I want to do. Perfect. Almost perfect, and it's in. Oh, shit! Well, birdie. I did not mean to lose my shit right there, so I'm sorry if it blew out your speakers. Not sure why I didn't just putt it. Slam dunked it. Yes, I am in the lead. 5 under to Max's 4 under. 2 holes left. Okay, I've still got a little bit of focus. I feel like if I play it safe and hit it down here, well, I can land in the water easily here or go in those bushes. I don't want to go in the bushes. Let's play it safe by not doing that. What the fuck? Here. Do that. Put some backspin on it. Get some loft. Maybe. No, that's just gonna go in the puddle. Fuck, I don't know where to put this. I'll do that. Because then it won't go in those bushes. Alright, let's make sure I hit it correctly. Yeah. Don't go in the bush. Thank you. Slam dunk it. That's not going to happen. Could land it right in the puddle and it'll probably bounce and get right in front of the hole. Oh gosh, I wish I was on. It was not good aiming. There we go. Ah! I fucked it. I better go in. I'd be so mad. Okay, I'm still in the head. Still in the head. Still in the lead. One more hole. This is the last hole. And it can be a hole-in-one. If I play my cards right here. Alright, so the wind is going against me. I've got some loft based on the club I'm using. Okay. And, oh my gosh, way off on the accuracy. Because I'm getting nervous. Man, good. Just go in, get the birdie. And win the tournament. Look at that. Success. Victory. Hopefully they put my name on the trophy instead of Max's. That one time I beat him, they had his name on the trophy already because they didn't think I'd win. Bunch of jerks. Level 30. Look at that. First place. That old guy got third place. That's pretty good. He has to walk with a cane. I think that's a cane. Can you believe what we just witnessed? An amateur has stolen the championship and will now be regarded as a pro. But we'll get to that in a bit. First, Tucker has an exclusive interview with Max Yards, today's... Wait. His loser? Or him as a loser? Today's loser, yeah. That's what I get for pushing through that text too fast. Do you think you've let yourself or the Pro Tour down more? Listen, Mike. I'm a heavy weapon. Bring this novice to Blue Moon Dunes. I could go for a Blue Moon right now. With a little orange slice. Make it nice. I look forward to seeing him sink in a professional setting. He may just sink quite a few, as he turned out to be a pretty good putter today. Which begs the question, Mike, do we still dislike him? I continue to reserve my judgment. Mixing it up, we now move on to our third place. Dusty, they never interview me. Dusty, you took 8 strokes more than second place today. It's a win for the pocketbook, but I imagine the circumstances must bring with them a decent amount of shame. How do you justify today's takings, given that poor performance? Thanks, Mike. I don't hit him far, but I hit him straight. He usually gets me through these things. And in the end, it paid off. Do you find yourself resenting the younger, more skilled players for taking it from you? Indeed. I've won this event 12 times now, and I were greatly looking forward to it. And I were greatly looking forward to the 13th? I don't know. I feel like these guys need to write better. They're Australia. They are Australia. I think this game came from Australia. their English is similar, right? I mean, they don't use were instead of was. Just a piss poor script writer over there. I don't know. Can Australians write? I think they can. I think I read a book by an Australian once. I think I liked it. Any final words, Mike? Indeed, Tucker. What we witnessed today was complete disrespect for the sport and deceit. If this is where golf is headed, Tucker, count me in. You were fine, but the real work will be done online. I guess I have another tournament I have to do? I thought that was the last one, but I guess the entire point of the game was becoming pro, and now I am pro. Now I gotta do something else. Blue Moon Dunes. That's because being a caddy is degrading. No party for me. Meet us at Blue Moon Dunes first thing tomorrow. Oh, I've got 2 notes. What are my notes? What am I doing? Bow, 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 bow. I should have won that tournament. Face me in a match if you did. Oh, okay. He wants to play me at the Tidy course. Meet me at Blue Moon Dunes first thing. So this game isn't even probably close to being over. I like the length of it. Of the game. Is this Blue Moon? Yeah, I haven't even been to this course yet. I think this is the last thing on the map. Let's check. Yeah, that's Tidy Park. That's what I was trying to remember. That's the first one. Yeah, that's it. So that's the last one. Let's see what this old guy's got. Thinks he can beat me in a match. You played well in the tournament, but Dusty still has a bone to pick with you. I learned what it takes to beat you. Are you interested in taking on Codsworth and I? You can team with me. I have a feeling they're just gonna beat the shit out of me with a couple of clubs. Wait, where did he want to meet? I'm glad I take notes in this game. First tee at Tidy Park. Come alone. If we sense any backup, we kill your whole family. Who is this guy? Puddles are a serious concern on this course. Oh, cool. I still have challenges I haven't even done yet. I thought I did all the challenges. Ready to head out? I don't know. I don't trust these old guys. Crib King. 44. It has been forever. I've been playing Golf Story for a while. What you been up to, Crib King? Man, these old guys are not good. He's happy with that. Oh boy. If I have to watch all of these guys. Oh man. For 9 holes, I have to watch... Was it 3 old guys? No, 2 old guys. And me. Oh, this is going to take forever. I'm really into League of Legends, so I've been watching the World Championship. Oh! Wow. I've actually never played League of Legends. There was a moment a couple of months ago where I was like, do I want to play Dota or do I want to play League? I downloaded Dota, played half of whatever tutorial they added to Dota. And I said no, and I deleted it. And then I thought about doing League, but then I got into PUBG, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and then I never looked back. And then I got the Switch, and, you know, here we are, playing Golf Story and not League. But, hey, does League have a tutorial? Because I'm always interested in getting into a MOBA. I played Blizzard's, whatever that's called, Heroes of the Storm. I like that, but it, you know, it's kind of a... I wanted to say dumbed down thing, but it's not really dumbed down, it's just different. It's more approachable. So I want to be in the middle. I like Heroes of the Storm, now I want a little bit more of a challenge. Anyway, if the League had a tutorial, maybe I'd download it and check it out. Yeah, I keep reading. I'm on their Discord. That's what I'll do. I'll do the beginner's game, play against the bots. I'm on PlayerUnknown's Discord, and they talk about all their updates, and lately every post about an announcement is, we're aware of server issues, we'll be back online soon. Or there will be a fix soon. Right, so we got 2 yards of wind going to the right. Put some backspin on this. And I think we're set to get in there. Except I'm never accurate. Except, oh, almost went in. Either way, I'm going to beat these old men. They're like each on their 4th hit. Such a shame. I've been trying to play and I get in a game, then 10 minutes in, I get a network lag detected. Yeah, and the first person stuff that they added, like, made the game I wanted from the very beginning. It's just so cool. That first person stuff. Ah, that's what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Get in there. Par. And I had recently gotten a 1080 Ti and put in, what am I talking about? Playing NES. I booted up PlayerUnknown, put on 4K settings, and it ran okay. This was a couple months ago. And I was surprised, it was cool. But like you said, I hit some issues with server stuff. Then they introduced first-person view for only 2-player mode. And we had a team of 4 that we like to run with, and that wasn't happening, so I just stopped playing for a while. Have you checked out Divinity Original Sin 2? I have it. I actually had the early game of that. And I played that for 18 hours. Then they released a update, and your save during the early access became unusable with the new update. I was like, I put 18 hours into this character. I thought I'd be able to bring it over to the main game. So that kind of just rubbed me the wrong way, and I haven't played it since it released. I want to, because I want to play the undead character in there, and I heard like, oh shit, I forgot to put some, I think I did the hit wrong. Yep, in the puddle. Oh well. The undead class is so cool. I don't know what they actually call it, but you have to put some kind of helmet on, because if you don't and you're walking around town and people see your any of your bones just sticking out, they attack you immediately, because they associate, you know, the undead as being evil. So what podcast was I listening to where the guy was running around with a bucket on his head for the first 10 hours of the game, because you don't get equipment for a while, and if he didn't put a bucket on his head, townspeople would try to kill him the whole time. It was, oh, I can't wait. I do want to play that game really badly. I am into D&D. I got into D&T. D&T is a little bit different. It's a little bit easier. It's Dungeons and Toddlers. where you play with toddler rules. You don't roll dice. No, I'm into D&D, and recently started playing that within maybe 6 months ago, and it's super fun. I was doing Dungeon Master, and I like doing that. Oh man, I am not getting a hit that I want out of this puddle, so I have to get it on that fairway. Man, I'm really surprised. I thought I could hit farther out of here. Oh, why would you be on the fence of D&D? Says the person who was on the fence for 20 years of my life. So the reason why I was on the fence of playing D&D, I play video games. I've played video games all my life, and I just thought I prefer to play fantasy while seeing something, right? Like, I don't want to do it in my head when I can just play a video game. Except, I was just way off on that. Where the moment I tried it, doing the entire game in your imagination and talking through it with good friends is super fun. And just improv. Like, I love improv. I love the idea of improv and just coming up with scenarios. And like, as a dungeon master, you playing on the fly of whatever your friends are saying. Like, you could write a script. You can have it down to the T. Like, I'm gonna have my players go through this scenario. Not 5 minutes in, that whole script is flipped, and you just have to improv with it, and that's the fun part. Because really, you just want to let anything go. You want your players to have fun, not anything, but if it's in the base of the rules, and it's following the rules, let it go, and have fun with it, see where it goes. There is nothing more fun than playing D&D, I think. In the last 6 months, that has been my favorite experience, and I wish my group could get together a little bit more often. So yes, I play it. I've always associated D&D with like super nerd, and can't wrap that around my head that I would be playing. I get that. I was there too. But I promise you, it's not far off from playing Divinity Original Sin. Because Divinity Original Sin 2 is D&D. You're just playing it in a video game form. They actually have modules. Like, if you play D&D and you're playing with a group, like your friend said, and they're in a group that they're already playing a campaign and you're coming in the middle of it, fine, they'll talk you through it. But if you start fresh, I highly suggest doing the starter set, and I think it's called something Fandelver, but it's called the starter set. And that starter set is actually a module you can download in Divinity Original Sin 2. That entire D&D starter set can be played in Divinity Original Sin 2, and that is awesome. You can play it online with your friends. You can just play it single player. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, play D&D. Don't be scared. It's awesome. And do it with beers. If you drink, that really helps you feel a little bit more comfortable. Because there's a thing where, like, if you're not used to, you know, making up stories or playing a character with your friends, you could, yeah, that could make you a little nervous. Made me nervous. I had to do that and be Dungeon Master for the very first time. So the first time I played D&D, I was creating the story, and that is hard to do. But it was fun. Kind of forces you out of your element. Man, shit, I can turn this off and I can just look in the camera and we could just talk D&D the whole time if you want. And that's the beauty of it. So you feel like you would suck at acting as a character. I'm gonna tell you, 99% of your group is gonna suck at acting like a character. But that's the fun part, because if they suck and you suck, you're gonna have a good time. No one's good at acting like a character, man. They're not professionally trained character actors. So just try. That's the thing. If you try, it's going to come across as good. If you don't try, that's fine too. I was inconsistent. I played a character, and then sometimes I just didn't feel like it because I have anxiety issues, where I'm scared to do things. I'm scared to go out sometimes. I'm scared to talk to people sometimes. People I know, like my best friend. I'm scared to talk to him sometimes. I just get a weird. I can't even say what it is. I just get scared in my head, and I can't talk to people I've known for years, and that'll last for weeks. So playing D&D was scary for me. Doing this is scary for me. I do this because it kind of helps me. So, are you allowed to make up a class, or do you have to select from the available ones? Whatever you want. So that starter set comes with set classes and set characters, but you can create your own. I created you could talk to your dungeon master. Part of his role is to help you create a character. But I created a bard, an assassin bard. And I'm trying to remember what his thing was, but with a lot of charisma and a lot of charm. So it got so deep where my bard sucked at singing, but because my charm was so high, everyone thought he was a good singer, and I would have to have people roll whenever I started singing. And if they rolled less than a certain number, they all had to believe I was a good singer. And there was like always one guy who rolled high enough, and he was like, oh, this guy sucks. I always thought that was fun. But yeah, you can make up your own character. And the books are available online for free. They're like PDF documents. Those will help you create characters. Actually, what is it called? dndbeyond.com. It is the sanctioned official mobile app for D&D, and you can actually create a character right there without any you don't have to roll dice to create the character. You just choose from options, and you got it created in like 5 minutes. So we have about 6 people in our group. Started with 5, and we added 1 in our last session. That's it. You could do it with 3 people. I'd say 3 is a good. You don't want to do it with 2 people, because then you just have a dungeon master and 1 person. But you can do like solo campaigns, where you have a dungeon master and the 1 person, and dungeon master can play a character. So, but I think 3 people is good. 4 people is probably optimal. 5 is decent. Yeah. Let's see. I'm like getting really amped up about D&D right now. I want to play. I'm like gonna get on my Discord server with my group and be like, guys, we need to meet up. It's been 2 months. All right, yeah, I'm gonna put the ball here. Why am I not hitting off the tee? Or have I not been doing that the entire tournament? Ooh, I thought I was going in the bunker. Is it easy to get the hang of? I found this is going to be a different answer than what you're looking for, because I don't think you're doing Dungeon Master right away. But as a Dungeon Master, I went full nerd on it, which was got all the books down. I went through tons of different forums, and like I read up on it and memorized the rule book. So for me, getting the hang of it was a little easier because I was reading through tons and tons of material, getting prepared to be a dungeon master. That said, I forgot the rules all the time because my retention rate is horrible. So as a dungeon master, I was asking a guy in our group all the time on what to do or what his advice was, or to remind me on rules, because I just couldn't remember them. And that's okay. Ask. Don't be afraid to ask, because other people, this is fun for them. And bringing a new person in is always a fun experience because they're sharing something they enjoy with a new person. So they're gonna hold your hand through it. It's great. But yeah, it's easy to get the hang of, because if you have a good dungeon master, or even a decent one, whatever you say is gonna fly, and it's gonna happen. They'll just have to create a situation based on what you chose. Yeah, it's real cool, man. God, I hope you play. And then get on Twitch and tell me about it. Anxious to know what your first session is gonna be like. And what character you would play as. Like the sound of an assassin bar. Dude, that was fun. And honestly, I mean, it makes sense, because you can charm enemies into believing that you are a different form of something. Like you can make an enemy believe you're a cat or a bat inside of a cave. And then you just walk up behind them and do an attack for bonus damage, or, you know, that kind of thing. But I think I would want to go like actual assassin skills, not charm. Yeah. Hey, that's how you want to play. Play it like that. You're going to have the most fun playing exactly what you think is most fun, not what you think the others might like. Yeah, don't be afraid to play it how you want to. Like, if you see that your whole group is made of assassins and you're like, oh man, maybe I should be like a barbarian or something because everyone's an assassin. Don't do that. Don't cheat yourself. Just be an assassin too. Be like a whole group of assassins, and that would be fun. Because it's just making up a story. That's the fun part. What's cool is, like, I haven't met with my group in 2 months, and that's not cool. But I have a 3-year-old daughter, or no, she's 4 now, just turned 4. And I got her into D&D, but we play something I made up called ENP, which is Equestria and Ponies. And I found out that there is an official licensed D&D pony game, and I got it for her birthday, and we created her character, and we were gonna play through the campaign. But we would take my old map, my dry erase map that I made for my D&D group, and she and I would draw like really simple maps, and we'd just play a very simplified version of D&D just because we like making up stories, and I was just sick of playing with Mickey Mouse Clubhouse toys. Being a tank would be cool too, though. Yeah, man. Big meat shield, you know? There's fun in that too, because we had a guy in our group who was a knight, and he was technically our meat shield because he was just a brute knight, and he played the character like he was always first in on the situation. Like if there was a door and you could hear orcs in there, he would bust down the door and fight immediately, which kept us on our toes. Like, how are we going to play our characters off of this guy who is always first to start beating down on the enemy without like talking or anything, you know? So we would sometimes we'd have to restrain him. It led to really fun situations of us having to deal with his character before we even started in on like enemy scenarios. Yeah, he was a Leroy Jenkins. That's how he played his character, and it was fun. I think one of our... Yeah, so he was about to do something like that. He was about to pull off a Leroy Jenkins. A buddy of mine pushed him on the ground, which I had a hole set up right there as a trap. So he got stuck in the hole for the entire scenario. And the rest of the people had to fight through like 3 or 4 different orcs while he was trying to climb out of the hole. It was great. Alright. I forgot I was playing this game. I'm like picturing D&D. It's so good. Man, I'm excited for you. I really hope you do it. Oh, I'm in the puddle. Why would you do that? Why would you push a friend in a hole? Is that what the question's for? If that's the question, I will answer it. I think my buddy pushed him in the hole because his character was tired of the knight like just rushing through into the enemy. They wanted to see if they could sneak around him, or I don't know, maybe even talk their way out of it without taking damage. But they ended up getting in a fight anyway. And some dungeon masters don't even let you like deal damage to your own team. Me, it's like if it benefits the story in any way, I'll allow it. But I don't want to set it up to where my own group can kill each other, you know? I do want a little bit of intrigue because I think it adds a little bit to that story if it happens. But I don't want them to kill each other. I don't want them to like turn around and be like, well, I cast this on this guy because I just want him gone, you know? I'm not going to allow that to happen. So I was told that it kind of sucks if one character gets separated from the group because then the DM has to narrate that while the rest of the group sits around and waits. I've never had that situation happen where they get separated. My group has always like made a decision as a whole on where they're gonna go. They've never been like, well, 2 of us will go this way or 2 of us will go that way. If that does happen, it's usually confined to a singular area. So like we've had an area where there were like 2 orcs. I'm gonna say orcs. It's not always orcs, but I'm gonna say it here just to keep it easy. There were 2 orcs on like a guard tower, and then you had a cave over here with an orc keeping guard in front of the cave, right? So we split up in that little area, but I'm not really narrating anything different because they're all within the line of sight, so technically within the line of hearing. So I'm not narrating 2 different stories. I've had an issue where we had a character who kept things hidden from the group, which is fun. So he would have to tell me information so I knew it. So he'd whisper it to me. So I was hiding things from them until he made it known to the group. Like if he took a letter, so if we went into a church or a cathedral and there was a note somewhere, he would pocket the note. But even then, sometimes they would know he pocketed it. They would just have to pretend they didn't know it. So it's not like I'm narrating something different. It's the rest of the group has to just pretend they didn't hear it. So kind of like a judge says, strike that from the record. That's pretty much what the DM would do. He was like, I'm going to strike this from the record from this group right here. So you're not really narrating anything different. But it depends on how the DM plays it, right? Man, I am Not doing good, I guess? What is the score? Lads and Dusty. Am I lads? I guess I'm lads. Try to push through the mega rough. It depends if he... It's a good question, but it really depends if he wants to just physically come over and whisper it to me, or if he just says it out loud. It really depends on the player's wants and needs, or if he's just lazy in the moment. So I've had it, like, during the same session, he would just whisper it to me, or he would just say it out loud, just because he didn't feel like whispering it to me. And then I'd be like, you guys have to pretend that you didn't know that information, and that's how we would play it. It's hard to do it that way, because obviously they know it, and it might influence their decision making for anything that comes of that note being pocketed. Totally situational, and I trust the guys. You can tell if they're playing, if they're doing something based on that being known or unknown. I just let it play, man. I just want them to have fun. So the rest of the group knows something is up if he comes to whisper to you. Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose? Yeah, they know something's up, but they don't know exactly what happened. Yeah, which is why he decided to whisper it to me, and then, like, 5 minutes later, said out loud, I'm pocketing this note. And honestly, as a DM, I should have made him roll, because that's an ability, right? To hide something from view. So he would have had to made, he would have to have us roll a perception check or something. If anyone else is watching and I'm getting that information wrong, correct me. But they would have had to roll a check, and then if they failed, then... Or would he have had to roll? Dude, I don't even remember. It's been 2 months. See, this is where I'd be like, hey, Craig. Craig is our guy who knows all the rules. I'd be like, hey, what does he roll? Or what do we roll? Actually, I think he would roll... Fuck, man. I don't even know anymore. Somebody rolls the dice. That's all I know. And if somebody failed, they either knew he pocketed it or didn't pocket it. Does that make sense? No. Can a character hide something from the group to solely benefit themselves? Yes. That totally depends on the dungeon master. So, I have a guy who is the assassin, but he's also, what is he? Chaotic evil. So whenever we find gold and stuff, we thought it as a group would be funny to always check and see if he took more gold than he told us. And so far he hasn't, but we play it like he could, and I would allow him to do it. So if we were in a room and he just said, I'll keep a hold of the money and stuff, and he decided to keep more gold for himself, I'd allow it, sure. But some DMs don't allow that stuff, because that's more, it's more details to keep track of, and some DMs don't want to do that. How is gold used? You just buy stuff like any RPG that you've ever played. It's exactly like that. You roll up into a town, there's going to be shops. You buy daggers, you buy swords, you can rent equipment if your campaign has that. Yeah, it's just any normal item armor. Some games are so into mechanics that you're going to be buying food and keeping track of how much you've eaten. Hopefully you don't get into that mess, because that kind of deep level is not fun to me, where I'm like keeping track if I'm starving or not. I don't want to do that. But you have some groups that do that, so you gotta buy food. Ugh, I don't even want to think about doing that. That's not fun for me. Alright, I'm in the deep rough here. I'm still gonna try to putt it. There we go. I think we're in the lead. Can you have pets? Totally depends on the campaign. My group has not had pets. None of them have talked about it. But it's another thing that you have to keep track of, right? So, if it's your first time playing, I would recommend not having a pet, just so you can get used to playing a character. So I made a bad decision on my part of creating the bard, because I was DMing and playing a character, which is hard because as a DM, I know what's coming up. As the character, I had to play it like I didn't know what was coming up. And the way I did that was I never made decisions unless they asked my bard to make a decision, and I don't think that ever happened. So I would play off of whatever the group decided. Never anything. I never made a decision as a bard. So anyway, yeah, you could probably have pets. I would allow it in my game if someone asked. But I would make that player would definitely have to keep track of that pet, because I would not do that. That's too much. 3 yards. Okay, I'm definitely getting in the bunker here. I know I am. Oh no. That was pretty good. I almost made that in. And get it in. Alright, cool. Doing pretty good. Yeah, I recommend checking out D&D Beyond, because I'm not sure if it's an app or if it's just a mobile-friendly browser experience. But log into that. Create a character for fun. It doesn't have to be the character you're going to play when you meet up with that group for the first time, but create one and see what it's like. I even highly recommend creating it in the app, but also following a guide on creating it by rolling dice and doing it the old-fashioned way, because that'll force you to actually open up, I guess, the PDF, because you're not going to have the books, and read through all the information, and you'll retain it, you know? So you'll go into your first session with a little bit of information. But yeah, use the app. It's so easy. Create something and just keep creating characters. Just to see what's available. Cool. Man, it's amazing. Highly recommend it. And, like, I know what my day will consist of tomorrow. Yeah, man. I've spent days just creating stuff because it was fun. I got into it. Do I have my backpack here? Yeah. this little dude. I'll hold him up to the camera. So, we started this group around Christmas, so like for Christmas presents for my group, I got them all miniatures, because you could buy miniatures on eBay that are not painted for like, can you see that? That's my bard. That's my bard right there. It's got a little, whoa. I'm like mirrored. That's his guitar, his little mandolin. He's got his sword right there. This little backpack's got some pretty awesome detail on it. I don't know if my camera's out of focus or whatever, but anyway. I got these little unpainted miniatures, and my buddy's brother paints miniatures. So I sent all those miniatures over to him, and he painted them for free. I don't know why, because he's a really good painter. I would have paid him like $20 per character, but I didn't have to. So I got these as Christmas gifts for everyone in my group, and we just had these miniatures, but they're like $5, man. And if I can remember, there's a site where you can actually select models and just like create a crazy combination for a character and order it. And you can order it unpainted or painted. They're kind of expensive, but it was like expensive as in $25 to $50. That's not that bad. But yeah, I recommend getting a miniature. It helps you get into it, helps you play it a little. I mean, it helps me like being able to see that character. I don't know, I feel like connected to it. It's such a weird thing. But if I just had a little glass gem on the board and that was my character, I wouldn't feel connected to the character, but I can see him, you know, so that helps. I mean, that's part of the reason why you and I like video games. We feel connected to the character on the screen, and why we might not feel like we have a connection to an imaginative character, but why not? We read books. We're connected to the character in the book, but we're also seeing that character in the head, so that's exactly what we're doing. We're creating a book that might never have an ending, because D&D lasts forever. Yeah, so it's fun. I'm really excited for you, man, because it's such a cool experience, and it's a good way to get to know your buddies better too. Hey man, that's what I'm here for. Get people hyped on D&D and Golf Story. So far this stream has been nothing but D&D, but I'm okay with that. And that's what it should be. I've been debating on whether or not streaming a group's session. I recorded audio for one of our sessions. I do have that. I wanted to make our sessions into a podcast, but it was too much work. But I'm debating on whether or not streaming my campaign that I've made, or that I'm going to do with my daughter. And I think that might be fun. I might do it for family or whatever. Alright, let's see. 1 yard. My two buddies just recently started playing a new campaign with only a couple. So I think I'm going to ask them if I could join. Yeah, man. I bet you they'll let you right in, too. And there's some groups where, like, if for some reason you don't want to commit, you can just be an NPC. So, oh, this is what you need to do. Have you ever heard of Harmon Quest? And I bet you know what Community is. And Rick and Morty. Both of those shows are created, but you do know Community, and you do know Rick and Morty, right? So both of those shows are created by Dan Harmon. I think Rick and Morty is Dan Harmon. Definitely Community is. Dan Harmon made a show called Harmon Quest. Go on YouTube, The very first episode is on YouTube. I'm sure all of them are on YouTube because, you know, everything's on YouTube. Check out Harmon Quest. So the guy who made Community made a show about D&D with his comedy friends. So he's got like Paul F. Tompkins, Kumail Nanjiani, and all these like really well-known improv comedians. Even a guy from Kumail is from Silicon Valley, but also the main one. And his name is not on my tongue at the moment. I don't remember his name. Anyway, everyone is really funny, super rad. Harmon Quest. That, if you said I got you in the mood for D&D, that is going to make you want to play like right now. So watch Harmon Quest. I don't even care. Leave the stream. I want you to go watch Harmon Quest right now. It's such a good show. And season 2 just started. But it's kind of blocked by a subscription site. Which, again, it might be on YouTube anyway. Yeah, dude. Yeah, watch that first episode. You're gonna love it. You can, obviously, I'm saying YouTube, you know. Let's see. Also, those subscription sites that Harmon Quest is on, 30-day free trial. So season 1 is all on there. So this, I hope this isn't hard to keep track of. When Harmon Quest started, it was on CISO. That doesn't exist anymore. I think it moved over to a site called Vevo? V-E-V-O? Fucking doesn't sound right when I say it. But if you Google Harmon Quest Season 2, it'll pop up. You can get a subscription for 30 days for free. Blow through the first season. I think they're only like 5 VRV. That's it. They're only like 5 episodes in. The way that site does it, you can't binge the second season. They're doing an episode every week. So I'm waiting until the end of the season to do my 30-day, and I'll blow through the second season. I don't think that show's going to get a third. But it might if VRV is doing well. I've never heard of VRV before. There's a ton of content on VRV that sounds awesome. Even more D&D episodes of... Not episodes, but D&D shows that sounded pretty neat. But Harmon Quest is by far my favorite thing. There's even a podcast. If you go on YouTube, there's a YouTube playlist of Dan Harmon playing D&D, and I do not know what that's called. But they put together a playlist of when he did that on his podcast, and it's like 100 and something episodes of podcasts. Is it just essentially a mature rated D&D show? Yeah, with comedians. So it's just super funny and very basic rules. And I'm not going to say that Pathfinder is basic rules, because Pathfinder is a different type of D&D game, but I wouldn't say it's D&D at all. Pathfinder is Pathfinder. It's a role-playing game, but Harmon Quest follows the Pathfinder rules. They also take shortcuts, I guess, for TV, you know, to make the game a little bit faster paced. But you're welcome. I swear to God, you're gonna love Harmon Quest. I mean, my wife would never play D&D, and she loves Harmon Quest. Oh no. Oh, I thought this game... locked up. But nope. Alright, so now I'm on Blue Moon Dunes. I want to see if anything new is at the pro shop. Nope, nothing new. And I'm excited about trying out Divinity Original Sin 2 again, because I keep remembering I have the game, but immediately forgetting I have the game. So I just haven't started it since the early access. So now that you mentioned it, it's like in my head. And as soon as I beat this game, I'm going to get in on that. It's more fun playing with someone. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, I have not seen this area. It is blue. And that's a ghost? I've already played where ghosts were. That can't be a ghost. What was that? It's weird. Come on, there will be time to look at the course later. I want to say, yeah, it sort of looked like a mermaid, but a mermaid that was floating in the air. Why would that happen? Need to achieve match play victories on 8 courses. Then bring the cards to the course owner in his office. Holy shit. Would you like to have a few games on match play? That spooky course near Tidy Park seemed kind of cool. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. This course is great. Yeah, it's like Stardew Valley meets golf, except like no farming at all. Right? So, to me, it's like Earthbound meets golf. Except you don't have a party that you're playing with the entire time. But I think the writing is silly, like Earthbound was. The gameplay is pretty similar. It can be. But no turn-based. Well, I guess it's turn-based. You're playing golf. Golf is turn-based. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I read a review where they were talking about this being this year's Stardew Valley. And I think they were talking about the art style as well. I actually just got Stardew Valley on the Switch, and I started a little bit. I'm gonna continue that as well. There's just so many games. Playing Cuphead, playing this, trying to get into Stardew Valley, because Stardew Valley is not a game you you don't just start it for 10 minutes and put it down for 2 weeks. I feel like I have to play it for an hour every day to feel some kind of progression. Where was I supposed to meet that girl? I'm at Blue Moon Dunes. Wait, I thought she wanted to play at the... Was it because I said I was too scared to play there? She said, okay, fine. I need to read the text. What time are we at right now? Oh, it's midnight my time. Actually, this is not a bad place to stop right now. I feel like having Stardew Valley in your hands would make it way more addictive to play. I can see why they brought it to the Switch. I never played it on PC because when they announced a Switch version, I just decided I would wait for that. And multiplayer is going to come to the Switch first, but you still have to wait until 2018. So I feel like it's going to come to the Switch, and then maybe a month later it'll be on PC. Maybe it'll be cross-platform, and that would be amazing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like playing the Switch in bed. I got one of those arms that connect. It just has like a clamp, but it's industrial strength. So it clamps to the side of my bed, and I can just wrap the arm around and put it right here in front of my face. And it's like the most comfortable gaming position. Just in bed playing Stardew Valley and SteamWorld Dig 2 and some other stuff. Man, I appreciate you joining the stream. I really got pumped to play some more D&D myself. Unfortunately, I gotta get to sleep. I've done 2 events that have taken me out of my comfort zone. We were talking about anxiety earlier. I like doing trivia nights, but being around a bunch of people I don't really know. Plus, I'm in that mood where being around people I do know is kind of difficult for me right now. So I did that, and then tomorrow I have to go downtown. So not only am I getting out of the house, I have to drive really far, go downtown, and go to this event in the heat. Just uncomfortable all the way around. So anyway, wish me luck. I'm going to take some anxiety medicine. Hopefully I'll be better doing that. Usually save it for airplanes, because I don't like flying. So anyway, getting to know me. I am full of anxiety. Anyway. Hey man, thank you so much for joining the stream. I really like talking to you. It was cool. Thanks for amping you up for D&D. You're welcome. Deep breaths work wonders. I have faith in you. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for following. Thanks for making a good stream. I like talking to people, so thanks for joining, man. Anytime, we'll talk. I am interested as soon as you do your D&D. Make sure you come back up here and tell me exactly what happened, because I want to hear it. See you, buddy. Have a good night.